I'm always lost.
Hey, Wilson. On your left.
Oh, very good.
I've been waiting all day to say that. On your left.
You went to an Ivy League school.
No. Fellas, congratulations on the success of the movie. I was just talking to you, Sebastian, a second ago. I've seen it a handful of times. It is phenomenal. Best movie Marvel has done it. That's saying something. That's
what I said.
But this one, I've known, me and Anthony go back to New Orleans. I've known Anthony for a little bit. This is my first time having the pleasure of meeting you. You look like a regular chill dude. Where did this badass Winter Soldier come from? I mean, you can't fight that movie, man.
It's just really deep stuff.
I don't know, man.
Thank you very much. I don't know. I think the costume really kind of helped me out a lot, you know? Just sort of not recognizing myself and wearing a mask and all that fun stuff.
How physically taxing, Anthony, start with you. How physically taxing were some of these scenes you guys had to do? The fight scenes were amazing. Anthony, how many times you jump off of a building? You jump out of a window from the 41st floor.
Anthony didn't really fight.
So they show us a previs of the car flipping that's been lifting in the air and the door falling off and them sliding behind the car on the door. And I go, Aaron? Your turn. Dang, what is this? Ooh, this is loud.
I feel like I'm in an airport. Should be taking off anytime soon.
No, but it's fun. I mean, for the most part, we did a lot of
He didn't get to talk much in the movie. That's what it was.
He had so many lines. Then every time he came out, he did this. And they were like, cut. Sebastian, can you talk in your regular voice? Sorry, I'm talking in my voice. Action. Captain America.
I don't even know who this guy is. Every time I turn around, he's always there, and I never know why.
True story. True story. I heart Sebastian.
It says Sebastian and Mac Attack.
Well, man, you put mine on this evening. You ain't even color mine in. Put mine in your pencil. Wait, Anthony's gonna be here?
Well, I made you a bracelet that says Mac Attack.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Do you want it now?
Wait, don't make it weird. Did you bring Sebastian a bracelet?
I gave it to him already.
Backstage.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Enough from me. We can talk all day. The people have been waiting. We've already started. Let's get to some questions. You want to take some questions from the audience? Let's start on this side with the Winter Soldier. Look at this. Look at this. Can you believe that?
Thank you.
All the Winter Soldiers look really good today, I have to say.
Right, hi. My question for both of you, you obviously have some really, sorry, you guys have some really complex costumes, and I was wondering if you guys, what the funniest story you have of any costume malfunction is.
I think the amount of lube. True story. It took for him to get in his costume.
I thought you were talking about yourself.
No, not me. No, my costume was nice. His,
Yeah, a real cool jetpack. That sounds fun. Where are the wings?
He would always come, and it would literally take like a 5-gallon bucket of Crisco oil and rub him. Right? Look at that. And then put him in a costume, and then the arm would come. So they would take jelly and fill the arm up, and it would always do this. The nastiest thing in the world.
I'd be sitting there and be like, maybe I'll just put some of this in my hair. I was like, I don't know what to do with it. No, the one for me was, there was this moment where I'm supposed to, like, I'm chasing Black Widow, and I'm like, I run up on this car, and like I position myself for the shot, and then I fell like a few times. And then one time I got
in the movie is the one time he didn't fall. And take 12, they were like, got it, cut, all right, moving on. Don't ever do that again.
It was probably the close-up because like my pants had like literally ripped in half.
Right.
The rest of everything.
He was just unleashing the dragon every day. Decepticon.
I got one real quick.
You know what he's talking about.
Mac, I got one real quick. As a newcomer, man, just how exciting was this for you to be a part of this franchise and to play the Falcon, who's a very beloved character?
It was great, man. I didn't grow up on comic books. I grew up on baseball cards and fighting in the yard, and I've been hounding Marvel for 5 years. And I was like, yo, at some point in time, you gotta put a brother in the movie. So you can give me now for cheap, or you can wait. So 5 years later, I get an email from them saying, don't call us anymore, we'll call you. So 6 months later, I go out to LA and meet with the Russo brothers and Nate Moore, the producer. And they couldn't tell me the name of the movie, what the character's name was, what the story was about, or what I was doing. They just wanted to know if I was going to be in a Marvel movie, is that okay? So I said, hell yeah. So it just worked out. I mean, as an actor, it's kind of like winning the lottery. It's like being nominated for an Academy Award. It's funny. I've been in 2 movies that won Best Picture. Captain America come out, people are like, Jesus! You know what I mean? I get secondary posters, I get all kinds of stuff.
Well, you did your thing.
So it's been huge.
Awesome, man. You got a question?
Yeah, so if you guys could tell Steve Rogers to keep something from the past, what would be? Like vinyl records or something? Like I would tell him never to use CDs, always use vinyl.
Okay. Right, you gave him trouble.
I already answered that question in the film. If you could tell Steve Rogers to keep something other than Black Widow.
Yeah, like something to not, I guess, update or whatever.
Yeah,
You said keep vinyl instead of CDs, for instance. But you were Frozen too, so you don't really know.
Yeah.
You're not the person that
I don't know anything.
Yeah, you don't even know who you are. You don't even know that you're really Bucky.
What?
I know him.
Just keep slipping back.
Okay, wait, but serious question. No. Speaking of, okay,
I know, I like cassette tapes. I always like cassette tapes and mixes and stuff. I kind of miss them. Why not? You can keep that. I would keep that.
But that's not from the past. That's like our generation.
I don't know. I'm Romanian, all right.
I was about to say. But okay, let's go from the past to the future. The question on everybody's mind, you've been asked it 1,000,000 times. Are you going to take the shield one day?
Oh, whoa.
That's the story, all right?
Driver, roll up the partition, please.
Would you like to take the shield one day?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do it right now. Yeah, I would do it right now. I don't know. I mean, look, it's not up to me. I'm just showing up when they're calling me. I mean, that's it. But I wouldn't mind a little Black Widow, Winter Soldier story happening. I know the Falcon's got a couple things for the Hulk. Yes.
Roll up the partition.
No, but you got, the last line of the movie, when do we start?
Right.
So, you're obviously on the loose. You're running with Captain America. Have you guys had discussions yet about what we're going to maybe see in part 3, or is it just still taking in part 2? So enjoy the ride right now.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Although somehow I feel like even if you did know anything, you wouldn't share it. Oh, I know. Oh. Yeah, you know what's no, maybe a tease, maybe something.
It's really good, too.
Yeah. They're better at asking questions than I am.
My question's for both Sebastian and Anthony. You are both amazing actors from the roles that we've seen you in. But I was wondering, would you ever want to host Saturday Night Live?
One of my dreams is to host Saturday Night Live. Literally. Look it up. I have been a group of brothers can't lie no more. We're all right. We're all right. That's the truth. So yes.
Of course, I'm like 100%. I would be terrified as hell. I would be so nervous. I don't know what I would do, honestly, but I would do it in a second.
My question is for Sebastian. I've been a fan of you since the Covenant, and my question is obviously following you and all of these characters that you play. They're very angsty, very deep, dark characters. What is it
I just walked into
What is it like? Obviously, you've said that you're very uppity, clearly a happy person. What is it like to play such an empty character as the Winter Soldier? And do you take that away once the cameras are off? How do you relax and not carry that with you?
Do I look like a person that's very relaxed?
You look like a very happy camper.
Here's the thing. I never thought of like the Winter Soldier as being empty. It's actually the opposite for me. Because the guy's got so much going on. He just never knows. It's almost like an extreme version of ADD to me. Like he keeps getting flashes of things. He sees things he recognizes what he does. His mind is constantly going. It's all over the place. I don't know. I mean, did I stay in character? I just tried to. I listened to a lot of music when I was yeah.
Is this what it was like with the two of you guys when the cameras were rolling?
I'm so happy we were on set at the same time.
Because you never got the movie done.
We actually never talked until the premiere in London. And he showed up and I was like, who's that dude? I was like, that's the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, you're doing all the interviews with Anthony Mackie, and I'm like, what am I saying? What do I talk to him about?
That's pretty much it.
Well, thank
You guys
you.
said that hit it on.
Thank you.
You guys said that hit it on.
Yeah,
That's great.
Whole Saturday Night Together is what I'm thinking. In partnership.
I told him to do Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. We need to do Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
You there, young lady.
Hi. Okay, sorry, I have a question. So my question is, both of you have played a couple different characters, and Anthony, I know how dedicated you were to getting a Marvel role, but are there any other specific types of characters that you look forward to play?
I don't usually work ever. So I want to go ahead and answer that question.
I have a few, passion projects. I feel like Jesse Owens is one of my passion projects. Working on this is my first day of acting. To be honest, to be weird, don't make it weird. I would love to play Napoleon. Napoleon is from Corsica. That's the land of the Moors.
Yes.
Yeah, he's just always been an instrumental figure in like everything I've read about him, the way he, everything he's done. It's those two people, other than like Sazu and
I've always wanted to play Billy Idol. I think we should do a biography on him. I would do that in a second. The other thing that I always wanted them to make was the movie version of the autobiography of the Motley Crue book. I don't know those were the two things I was passionate
Smoking in the manual. I know 90% of the audience don't know what that is, but Netflix is. A monkey at one point. So, yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Okay. First of all, I kind of can't believe I'm asking a question. I'm kind of freaking out. So if I stutter, that's why.
Freak on.
Second of all, obviously this film has an incredibly dedicated group of fans, and one of the ways that that's been expressed a lot on the internet is through fan fiction. I myself am a fanfic writer, and just how do you feel about people expressing their love for the story in a way that they want to continue it, that they want to look at it from a different angle and really put their own opinions into the story?
I have no idea what your question is.
Basically, people on the internet, there's an enormous archive of people.
No. First round. The I word.
What?
Don't do the I word. The problem with the internet is, it used to be, like, before you guys were born. Your parents would go out and somebody would say something crazy, and they would have to say it to your face. And you would deal with them accordingly, men and women. But now with the internet, people can put their name under a psychedelic p-phone and say whatever they want, and there's no consequences for their actions. The idea is, if you don't have that's why I don't read the internet. There are a lot of people on the internet that think I'm an awful actor. God bless them.
But you paid them.
I believe anyone should have, the right to an opinion and say whatever they want, but I do think people sometimes use that privilege in different ways that's sort of like cheap.
And the thing about it is, it's not real. Believe it or not, there's not a dude that's going to fly in here and I throw kryptonite at him and he can't walk. It's not real. So the idea of being like, oh, well, the comic book said this, so that's not the comic book. It's like, oh man, it's not real. I don't know.
Earlier, I put you on the spot in professionals and show so I know you're limited what you can say about future scripts, but that said, I think, what I know what fan fiction really is, how excited are both of you guys just about the possibilities? It feels like this is not just a sequel, but the beginning of something long-term for both of you in the Marvel franchise. Is that fair to say?
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
You were for 9 movies, right? Something like that?
I guess I could be standing up here like when I'm 45. Still trying to be like Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Hello, Winter Soldier. Good to see you playing nice today. Last time you were tearing each other apart. You were fighting in the movie, but you're not today. That's what I said. My question is, since the movies come out, what have been your thoughts on fan reaction? And even sitting here today and walking around and seeing Winter Soldiers and Falcons everywhere, what are your thoughts on them?
I think you guys are the fucking best. I don't even think I hug my own family the way I hug people like that.
I feel like you want to.
Yeah.
Cats in the house.
So, since the I word is taboo, so, I was wondering, I imagine you all get into your characters very much so. And dark. But, what happens with the relationships with the characters, and how do you, I don't know, with the actors, what are your relationships?
Look at Mackie's face.
I don't like it. But I have to. So, I act.
Well, the idea is very simple. Acting, film, theater, is not a profession where it's okay to mistake. You work at an office and you go home and you're like, no more pencils! I'm crazy. You're an actor, like, oh, I gotta release this character. It's a job. I love the Falcon. I bid to play the Falcon. When I got the job to be the Falcon, I was like, ain't nobody else gonna play it. But as soon as they go, that's the day. I say, cut the chicken. That's it. It's very easy to separate yourself from the character. The character is its own entity. So, unless you go to some whole other, that you need help. You, in the first person singular, but like that person that came.
And I forgot to say, you're both very handsome.
I looked at him, I was like, man, you're winning today. His hair.
Go on, Maybe.
My question is for Sebastian. Obviously, the Winter Soldier, in 90% of the movie, you don't have any lines, and you basically had to create your entire character, like your eyes and your body language. And I was wondering if you could talk a little bit about how you managed to do that.
How did I manage to do that?
How you managed to make such an amazing performance without having more than like 2 lines in the entire movie.
It was like a fly on the wall. I honestly had no idea. Every day I turned up, I was like, there were days where I had no clue what I was going to do. I mean, are you really need that? You really need that attention so I did. I watched a lot of performances that were from really good villains, and I sort of it was just a compilation of different things. But my point is, sometimes no matter how much you prepare until you get there on the day, you don't know how things are going to work. Sometimes, until I actually had all the whole costume together, I didn't really know how I was going to move in the film. So, and that I couldn't prepare for that until I showed up on set. So sometimes you just gotta go and say, fuck it.
Okay, so I know that you guys can't say whether or not you have a part in Avengers Age of Ultron, but if you were to have a part in it, what would you hope for your character to do in that movie? Would you like to press it forward?
I would love to have a superhuman deathmatch with Iron Man.
You're gonna get this.
I know I can take it.
With the soldier might be able to.
I always want to fight Iron Man. That's the guy I want to fight. I feel like that's the guy. I mean, when the soldier would want to fight.
Yeah, young lady, Bumblebee.
Hi, big fans, and I was wondering if your characters had to die at some point, how would you want them to go out?
I would want to blow up. I don't want to, because every time Loki died, it's like, hello, Thor. And the black, the black elf? I think the black elf killed him. Okay, dark.
have some great theater credits to your name. Would you like to do more theater work, and what would your ideal focus be?
August Wilson wrote a play called My Brain is My Body. And ironically enough, it was my very first role in the play. And ironically enough, I did it with Bucky Barnes. He was there. Right? So I was like, now that I'm older, I'm like, I want to go back and play the role that I was meant to play. So, My Brain is My Body. If anybody don't know, Queen Latifah called her and told her she should do it. With me. And there's another play called
I've always wanted to do Hurly Burly. The play. I've always wanted to do that. I think all those characters are amazing, and I wish, I hope that one day I can do that, hopefully on stage.
one would punch me with all his microwave. Pay your dues. Pay your dues. So the movie was over, and I'm like, I hate this dude. If you come out his trailer before I get to my bag, I'm going to kick you, right? So he comes up to me, and he's like, you have a promising future. Here's my number. Here's my email. If you need anything, you let me know. Wow. I was like, wow. Like Jesus.
I guess my question is, if you could play any other superhero, whether it's Marvel or DC, who would it be and why?
I'm not answering that.
You are good. I noticed you take that Winter Soldier attitude and apply it when I'm speaking right now.
Any other heroes? Go ahead, Anthony.
Don't make it weird, all right? I would love to play Wonder Woman. Every time I see a little spouse, like a little suit. Come on.
Because it's DC, that's all.
That's it.
You can't cross
I'm
over.
already on.
Yeah.
I mean, they wrote me a letter. Asked me if I was interested. I was like,
I guess I gotta be the bad guy. I've been told. I'm like, yo, I don't want to end this.
this is where you give us the profound intellectual, this is where you hit us with the real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like when we first met, I was like, man, this dude is, I need a thesaurus to talk to. I turned on Siri. It's like, listen to this fool and tell me what to say.
Yeah. All I'll say is that the movie was freaking dope. I speak for everybody here. I'm just like these guys. I'm happy to be sitting next to you guys. Huge fan of y'all work. You guys, thank y'all for entertaining us. That was a fantastic movie. Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming.